Hello guys, so that day is finally here. I've been waiting for a long time now to get some good weather so we can uh, paint and stain the deck. So it is today, that's the day. So I'm going to start with removing obviously the furnitures from here. I have a little swing here, little table, some pots and barbecue, and then we will start with the paint job. One way you know that your deck actually needs um painting would be, like, if you look at the wood pieces here, you really see that it's dry and it's almost turning white. So this is the way you would know that like it's now time. I think we moved to this house a couple of years back. I don't think it's been done for almost 3 years now. So definitely, as you can see, like these white patches and everything, right? So it definitely needs like, it's really dry. And when this happens, then what happens is the water starts penetrating inside the wood here, and then again, because of the weather here, contracts and expands, and then it starts all these cracks in the wood, and we really don't want to go up to that point. So that's the way we know that it's time to paint. Okay, so here we have the materials which we're going to use to paint. So this is Olympic Water Guard. As you can see, this is semi-transparent wood stain and sealer. So this is interesting. I did some research on this, and some people only do sealing, some people prefer to do only staining. So this product here, it has sealer and stain. It's very interesting. We should have a sealer as well as stain together, and the main reason of that is sealer, what it does essentially is it makes sure that it goes into small holes and all the cracks, and it essentially gives you total water protection, to make sure that the water does not penetrate in the wood and it does not damage it, right? That's the number one thing. However, the sealer cannot or it does not help you with the sunlight, the UV light which comes in. It's very strong, and over years what happens is the sealer could crack because of the UV, and that could potentially let the water enter. So what the stain does is, it essentially, it's a little bit of color, little tiny color added in the product, and it helps the UV deflect, and essentially it will not let the UV light crack your coat. So as you can see this here, this is protection UV sunblock, and this would come if you have the combination of stain. Okay, so this is one thing. You don't have to do sealing, and then you don't need to another product for staining. This one is perfect in 2-in-1. Oh, and then this is just like paint, some brushes, trays. Obviously this is some paint, painting equipments. I like always to keep my work as a family job, so that way kids are involved in that as well. So I have some extra brushes, so my daughter and my son, they're gonna help me paint today. All right, say hi, Zenia. All right, Rayan is here too. So they're here. We are ready to take the furniture out. So Zenia, you can start taking those yeah, planters. You can start keeping those there. All right, so we are removing the furniture and everything at this point. No. All right, so most of the furniture is already removed. We only have this part of the swing to remove now, and now the cleaning part comes in. So we are in the process of cleaning, brooming, and then we'll start painting. Cleaning is super important, and one of the reasons of that is, let's say if you have some piece here, if you paint on top of that, after a few days this piece will get removed, and then you will not have the proper paint beneath. And also make sure that when you are cleaning, between the wood pieces, stuff will be stuck. So please make sure that you remove that, because if you don't, again, your painting will not be done properly. Okay, And here we have started to paint. So Xenia is responsible for all the railings. Here she's starting to paint all the railings. All the cleaning and everything is done. Deck's nice and clean and broomed. We even kind of power washed it. And here Rayan is working on the swing part. There you go. So this is Rayan's working on the swing. Once he's done here, then he's going to join me and Xenia on the deck part. Okay, so I'm here. Actually, obviously we are starting with the perimeter railing, as I told you first, and the main reasoning of that is here, we are using brush here to kind of complete the paint, and obviously we cannot use the rollers here because it will obviously splash some paints, and then we don't want to waste any paint. So once the railing is done, and again you want to kind of strategize your painting, because like in my case, my door is right there, so I want to get the perimeter here completed first, and once the railing is all done, then again inside and outside, like from this side and that side, then I'm going to complete the stairs, and then we will use the roller to kind of paint all the baseboards. So it's going to be like pretty quick, and then once we are done, I'm kind of going to end it over here so we can enter the house right there. All right, so we have done painting the railings here, and we are actually going to start painting now the 2x4s all the way down, as you can see. So the painting is almost complete outside, and again these part as well, here we can use the roller, so it'll be quicker. Okay, all right. Okay, so here I've started to roll right here, use the roller, and obviously as you can see, when you're using the roller, there is obviously we are coloring here, but we are not able to here because we need to use the brush, okay, to get that part so it looks nice and even. So when you complete the rolling, I would recommend you as you're doing it, like maybe two of 2x4 at a time, and then once that is done, then complete this part, and then you move on to the next two, and then the next two, and then the next two, because that way you are doing everything evenly. I don't have to, because once you put it in, then you have to leave it for, I would leave it for at least a day or 48 hours, so that way it can dry properly. So if you do the whole top part first, then you cannot do in the middle for the next couple days, and you're stuck. Okay, so just keep on doing it, top and then brush and then roller and then brush, so that way you're moving in the right direction. Thanks. Yeah. Okay, so we have finished, as you can see, all the outside paint now. So all the railing done is inside and outside. Now we are moving on to the stairs. First step is done. We have few more to go, and as you can see, I have left some room to get into the house, right? So that's exactly the way we are going to work. Now we are going to work our way towards the door, and once we are closer to there, we'll move inside, and then we'll just leave it to dry. So hopefully it should be done soon. Thank you. And there it is, a final product, everything done. The deck looks beautiful, the weather is beautiful. We are just leaving it for a couple days now to dry, and as you can see, kids and everybody's excited to have fun in the backyard. All right guys, take care. Again, do it yourself. It's pretty easy. Don't waste any money for the contractors, so you can do it yourself. Take care. Bye now. Ciao.